Prince Harry and his brother William reunited publicly for the first time on Saturday as they looked at the tributes left for their grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, who died on Thursday. Prince Harry held his wife, Meghan Markle's hand, as he walked next to his brother, the Prince of Wales, who was also accompanied by Kate Middleton. Discussing the chance of a reconciliation between the brothers with Sally Nugent, royal editor Camilla Tominey said it is hopeful. She went on to speak about the reason behind why they decided to reunite on Saturday, and whether the appearance overshadowed the Queen's death. "So it's almost one of the most remarkable royal walkabouts in recent memory," Camilla said on BBC Breakfast. "In the sense that we had expected the Prince and Princess of Wales, and then to see Harry and Meghan in the back of the car coming out, the Fab Four reunited. I suppose looking at those scenes, there's a degree of awkwardness because everyone's watching the body language, and clearly it took a lot for both brothers to come together, and to put their differences aside in memory of their grandmother. And it's only fitting. I think the public were brought some comfort by seeing that, because there is a sadness around the fact that this duo, these brothers in arms, have been on very, very different paths." Speaking about whether the royals will be able to put their differences aside, Camilla continued, "Look, I think there is a road to reconciliation ahead. It might be a bit rocky, and there's still the prospect of Prince Harry's autobiography to come, which the palace and royals are worried about. They're not getting advanced citing of this book that he promises will be as accurate and hopeful truth. So we'd have to see, but I think if there's any opportunity for a push on it, it must be this week." Sally went on to ask, "I know it's difficult for you to speculate, perhaps, but how? What do you think the thinking behind yesterday was? Was that to get that photograph out there? Was it? I don't know if the start of a reconciliation as you suggest, because at some point over the coming days, I imagine we would have had to have seen him all together. I think the narrative was slightly being overshadowed with talk of this ongoing rift," the royal expert admitted, referring to the Queen's death. "You know, we saw Harry go up to Balmoral alone. Reports that Meghan was going to go and then at the last minute didn't. And I think they're both conscious that from a PR perspective, the optics around that aren't good. They don't want to be overshadowing this 10-day mourning period. Who knows what is actually going on inside the family? But the other questions that are being asked at the moment following the briefing yesterday with further funeral arrangements is what role are Harry and Meghan actually going to play in this funeral? Is it going to be like the Platinum Jubilee celebrations where there's a distinction between working and non-working royals? And what will that look like? So I think this was the Prince of Wales extending the invitation. That's also him living up to his newfound stature as the second in command of this institution. So was a case of sort of let's rise above and try and do the right thing.